everyone? Action figure magic in the house. Good morning. Today's guest is HawkGirl by McFarlane, and this is her McFarlane Collector Edition. And I'll admit, she was on the Superman end cap at Walmart, where they had a whole bunch of cool figures, and I grabbed a whole bunch. I still got one more that I gotta do, and a few more I even have to buy. But seeing this HawkGirl and having not yet seen the movie, I kind of just bought it thinking that she was the movie version. She's not the movie version. However, she is the Super Friends version, as you can see here with these wonderful pictures, right? That's where I remember her from. Super Friends, man. Sick. That is why Superman did well, because they used the old cartoon as some of the inspiration in the movie, as did the 78 Superman movie. Anyway, HawkGirl. Her powers come from an alien-made metal called nth armor, which also cover her natural biological wings and give her and those lucky to get their hands on it superhuman strength, the ability to heal, as well as giving her and her biological wings extra gravitational manipulation. She's battle-trained in many weapons, her favorite being her trusty dusty mace, as we're looking at right there. She can be hot-headed and often leaps before she looks, which can get her into some trouble. If you recall the movie, she kind of dropped the president of that made-up country onto a roof, and he went splat. So yeah, she's not exactly following any rules. So that gets her in trouble from time to time, of course. Her wings can be hidden. You know, they can go into her body and retract, as they are biological. As well, she can see and hear farther than most humans. Almost like a hawk. So that's a little about her, and a little about how I came about getting her. Now, before we get too far into the box, what scares me is the last winged figure I bought from McFarlane was this gold label Nightwing variant, whatever he is, or maybe he was even platinum. The problem with him is once you move these wings, they never ever stay back in place. I have his hands holding his wings right there. I really hope that is not the case with her, because she looks freaking great. So, we're gonna definitely answer that question and many more. Take a look at the box. HawkGirl it is. Oh yeah. And that's the artwork that will be on the card that comes with all these McFarlane toys. Number 36 in that line. Let's see if I can find the UPC and DPC. Yes, I can, buddy. Okay, so DCP on top and the UPC on the bottom, just in case you ever, need to order her and didn't have those numbers. You do now. And yeah, if you like the look of her, I could get her. Time for the unboxing. See you on the other side. Wow. Holy unboxed Batman. She looks like $1 million right there. And that's awesome. So far, no problem with the wings, as I tooled around with them a little bit. Unlike this Platinum Batwing, who the second I began messing with his wings, now he has to hold them with his hands because they will not stay in an upright position. So far with her, that has not happened. Before we get into her, really, I just wanted to show you the trading card that McFarlane comes with. This is the Platinum Edition, meaning this is McFarlane's Chase version. They make the least of the Platinum collection. And for the last accessory is the trusty dusty handy dandy McFarlane foot peg that all McFarlane figures come with. I usually like to keep, like I've said before, those cards and the foot pegs in the box. Wow, she looks awesome. That's a figure. This is my first woman McFarlane figure. I do have an unopened Wonder Woman from, I don't even know what they call it. I can't read it from here. Some digital something or other. But anyway, we're not here for a digital something or other. We are here to look at HawkGirl. Real quick, these are her accessories. Look at that badass mace. Love it. Love it. She comes with several hands, of course, as they all do. And we got one of these kind of, either stop or push hands, I would call them. And yes, there are two. Come on, buddy. Yeah, so, two of those. She's got her fist hand on there, and the other fist hand. Yes, there it is. So all together, we have 3 matching pairs of hands, and here's her other trigger finger for a gun she'll never use. Well, I guess never say never, right? All right, now let's check her out in these awesome, crazy wings. Well, first, there's her looking up, and there's her looking all the way down, dude, which is just, wow. Let me bring her a little closer. Yeah, dude, I love that animated look from those old cartoons. That's so cool. Alright, let's see what the wings can do. Okay. So far, they're definitely in there pretty good. They apparently can be removable. But, yeah, I'm not doing that today. Not this day, buddies. So, yeah, they definitely have a lot of range of movement, and that's awesome. Totally awesome. They flap, they do everything that you would hope they can do. Now, in the comics and in the movies and in the cartoons, she can retract these wings, and I guess that's why they come off on the back, so you can retract them. But like I said, I'm not doing that. Not today, buddy. Okay, let's see. She's got the McFarlanetoys telescoping awesome butterflies, and she's got a bicep cut, dude. I haven't seen a bicep cut on a McFarlane figure for quite some time. That's pretty neat. And of course, double jointed arms, which just, yeah, she's so awesome so far. I'm definitely into it. Let's see. That's how far back her crunch goes. That's how far front it goes. I guess we'll do some side views of that. Oh, let me get her hands. Oh no, we'll do this for the back weights. Oh, come on, stand up, my friend. Okay, so yeah, that's her front crunch. This would be her back crunch, which, you know, I'm holding her down because I don't want to, you know, I don't want nothing to happen to these wings. At least not in the review, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's her, man. So far, aesthetically, she looks freaking absolutely phenomenal. What I really like is that when I get going with the stop motion stuff, her wings flap. They have a flapping motion, just like in the movies and in the cartoons. Yeah, I'm kind of impressed at this point. So far, she's definitely worth accidentally buying it, you know what I mean? And like all McFarlane figures, we got pinned double jointed knees. We have the Spider-Man toe articulation. No boot cut, no thigh cut. That's pretty usual for McFarlane's, but the ones that come with thigh cuts are just freaking magical. But her look and her aesthetic and her accessories stand out like crazy to me. And you know what time it is right now. Time to do a stop motion articulation demonstration. See you on the other side of that.
Hey all, HawkGirl here, showing you how it's done. Haha, yeah, watch this. Beautiful wings. Time to go get some baggage.
Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is day 2 on going over this, wow, McFarlane Platinum Edition HawkGirl. So, first impressions, including that stop motion articulation demonstration we just did. Dude, she is awesome at this point. Awesome. This is my first open female that I've gotten from the McFarlane toy collection, and I like her a lot. Let's just put it that way. But I'm still gonna go through with everything else to make sure that she stays good. Now, what's an awesome thing is I've had this. She's been standing here because I couldn't find my phone for one day, so she's been standing there with those wings open. That's why I didn't finish the video yet, but I'm finishing it today. These wings, not only did they stay in place, but they haven't fallen, they haven't moved. She hasn't fallen. That's a brilliant test to her awesomeness. All right, let me bring her around. Let me show you how these things work. I got figures to compare with her that have similar, at least how the wings get held in, and that is why these wings are freaking great, because they're made like the good ones of the line. So you can definitely put them up this way so that you can get her to go upwards, and they flap, which is amazing, just amazing. These things can go way out, which is just, again, amazing. As she balances herself, dude, that's crazy. So, we'll go to the side. These do come in. Please don't fall. Dude, she's fierce, man. That's fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce. I love it. I do love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so, yeah, man. Or they can go way up here. And if you guys recall, in the beginning of this video, I said I wouldn't be moving or messing around with her wings. But once I did take that chance eventually, and it couldn't have come out better if I, you know, wow. I'm just so glad that I moved these wings. Best wings I've seen on any figure yet from any line, brand, or what have you. So yeah, just amazing, amazing, amazing. Great figure. Absolutely awesome. 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 I love how these wings move every which way. Let me put this way out here so you can get a breath of how big they are. That's crazy, right? So cool. So cool, dude. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm blown away. Blown away. First impression. There is no doubt. The bicep swivel, her being able to stand while still with the wings out like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we've come to the point where we're gonna check out our accessories and do our obligatory weapons demonstration montage, followed by a stop motion weapons and accessories stop motion demonstration. So let the good times roll. See you on the other side. And here's our obligatory accessories and weapons transition montage. So far, holy cow, she got an open right hand. Woohoo! Next! And there's her badass mace. That thing is awesome, for sure. Next! And there's her right hand open fist. That's helping to grab her mace this time around. Next! One more. And last but not least, both open hands on each arm. Woo! Time for our accessories / fight stop motion demonstration. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh my shit, woman!
You a fever!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings another one to its finality. Just as an example, like I was going to show you, this is Superman energized, armor suited something or other. See how his, well, that came out because I pulled it out to show you. But that's the same way that her wings also go in, and stay very, 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 very together, you know? Like I said, she hadn't fallen once that I know of, and she's been standing 4 days. And what do we got? Hellbat over here. Got some awesome wings that fold out this way. I love some McFarlane figures. Some of them can be just unbelievable. And his are knobbed in there too, so. Awesome wings. Whoop. Awesome wings. The best wings I've ever seen. And number 2 on the best wings I've ever seen. So with that, I'm going to give HawkGirl, guess what? A 10! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And she deserves every bit of it. Here's this guy. He's just so great. Anyway, that's gonna do it for HawkGirl, man. Totally a 10. Everything about her, from the paint job to the wings to how they hold. Brilliant figure. I recommend buying her. Go HawkGirl. I knew she'd be awesome. And with that, I'm dipping out. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.